Today we're going to learn how to map your custom and copied items into City Electric Supply's database in order to price and purchase them from the CES integration in Quantify. A lot of the database items that Quantify comes with have been mapped to CES products already, but any items that you copy or create yourself won't have that mapping with them. So let's see how to map any items we want to any City Electric product we want. We're going to go to the database and first go to the UPC Books section. Here we will click City Electric Supply Products and be sure to select the country that applies to you. Without changing this selection to City Electric Supply, you won't be able to see which items are mapped with CES. This will create an additional column in the Items section, which you'll see shortly. Now we can go to the Items section. And first let's take a look at an item that has been mapped. So if I open Electrical and Devices, Receptacles, and let's pick a Legrand, and let's pick this 15 amp duplex receptacle. We can see here on the right hand side there is a City Electric column, this UB-City Electric, and there is a number here. This number means that this item has been mapped to something in City Electric's database. If there's no item here, it means that that item has not yet been mapped. So let's see how to do that. I'm going to make a copy of this item, and then I'm going to put it in a folder that I already have. And when I double click this, we can see that this is the copied item, and we can see under the UB City Electric column that it's blank. So this item is no longer mapped because we've modified it. We've made a copy of it, we might have changed stuff around, we might need to map it to something else, or the same process is going to work if you create an item from scratch. So we can map this item to any CES product we want, but let's copy this item code, and then when we click the Map UPC button, this is the City Electric database. Here you can adjust how many results you see. We can scroll down to see all of these results. They do come with pictures and the corresponding data sheets. You can also filter by either manufacturer or category if you want. You can search, which is what we're going to do here. So let's put in our product number and we can see that right away it brings up this product. Now the other thing to note here is that there is a Canadian and a United States database. These are two separate databases, so be sure you are in the correct database when you're mapping items. So this is correct. This is the product we want. In order to map an item, we have item attributes and the CES item. This item, this receptacle, doesn't have any extra attributes to it, so we're going to select this field, and then we're going to click the green button, which will map it. Once this is done, we click Save, and we can see that now this item has been mapped. For an item with multiple fields, to have multiple item attribute fields here, let's take a look at a wood screw. And I have one here, so this item has multiple line entries in for it. We can see the receptacle did not. It was blank. It simply had the labor and cost values for that receptacle, and that's it. But for wood screws, you're going to have different gauges, different lengths, all different sizes in here. So you're going to have multiple entries. When you click to map this item, you're going to see under item attribute, you have multiple selections now. So in order to map this item, let's go with the category and type screw, and we will go down to wood screws and select this. And then if I scroll down here, we can see which one we want. Let's grab this 8.5. I'll click here, and we see there's an 8.5 flathead wood screw. That looks good to me. And then I'll click the 10 3/4, and we can map that with the 10 by 3/4 here. So both of those are now mapped. I scroll all the way down to the bottom, click Save, and we can see that both of these items have now been mapped correctly. The other thing to note, especially with things like screws or morettes or items that come in different package sizes, is that for these wood screws, I have created them as a per each, labor per each and price per each. And this is the important one to note here, is the price per each. So when I go into the map database here and I go down to the items I mapped with, we can see here that we have a product number. I'll scroll up so you can see this is a catalog number here. So 8.5 has a catalog number F40113. So I'm going to copy that. We're going to open up this PDF and I'm going to look for this item. And we can see it right here, F40113, and we go over, this comes in a package quantity of 100. And the other one we had, 10 by 3/4, that's F40117. We'll just double check. This also comes in a package of 100. So we can close this. And the thing to note here is you have an optional package quantity. So we can use this if the price unit of the item does not match CES's. So our price per here is each, but we can see with CES, both the 8 by half and the 10 by 3/4 were in packages of 100. So let's map these over again, and this time I'm going to change this to 100. This is letting the system know that when I go to price or purchase either of these items, even though in my database in Quantify I have them priced per each, it is going to pull in the price from CES or order with CES, knowing that it actually comes in packages of 100. This is something to be aware of for items like the screws and barrettes that typically come in packages. Now, if you go back to the receptacle and you can see here that we have it priced per 100, but when we came in here and we put this product code in, and I'll get rid of our category, there we go. We can remove the package quantity because even though it came in per 100 in Quantify, this is an item that is per each in CES. The system will always automatically assume if you leave package quantity blank here that it is a quantity of 1 regardless of what is here. So even though we have price per 100, as long as we leave this blank, it's going to assume it's quantity each, quantity of 1. It's only when you have a different package number from CES that does not match what you have here in Quantify that you need to put the number in here for the package quantity. Now with all those items mapped, we can use City Electric's integration to get pricing or place an order, and your copied or custom items are mapped to the proper CES items correctly. If you have any questions or issues when using the mapping, you can send us a quick email with the help button on the estimate page, or you can email us directly at support@patabid.com. Thanks for watching.